Simply Good, Cooking with Rebecca. Today I'm making sweet potatoes with a maple cranberry glaze. These are a great holiday dish. They're low in fat, they're easy to prepare, and they can even be prepared in advance. First thing I'm going to do is get some water boiling for my sweet potatoes. While my water's coming to a boil, I'm just going to peel my sweet potatoes. Today I'm using both the yellow or white sweet potatoes and the more orange-red sweet potatoes. The only reason I'm using the two different colors is just I think it looks pretty when they're layered in the dish. It makes it a little more festive. If you can't find both kinds or whatever reason, there's no taste reason, I just think it looks pretty. Okay, I've finished peeling out my potatoes. For this recipe, I'm using between 3 and 4 pounds of potatoes. The next thing you're going to do after your potatoes are peeled, or you're just going to trim off the ends, and then if you have any long ones, like I have several long ones that won't fit in my pot, you can just cut those in half, just so they'll fit in the pot, but otherwise you can leave them whole if they'll fit. So just going to trim off our ends, and then put them in the pot. While my potatoes are boiling, I'm going to get my glaze going. I'm just going to start with 1 cup of syrup to reduce, and I'm going to be using maple syrup and pancake syrup. I do that because pancake syrup is cheaper and I find that I can't really tell the difference. So I use 1/4 cup of maple syrup and 3/4 of a cup of just pancake syrup. Once your syrup's in your pot, you're just going to put that on the stove on a medium-low heat. You want it to be hot enough that it'll reduce by half, but you don't want to burn it because, yeah, burnt sugar is not good. So you're just going to keep that on the stove until it's reduced by half. Okay, so I boiled my sweet potatoes for about 30 minutes until they were fork tender. Then I drained off the water and just let them cool until they were cool enough to handle. My syrup has reduced by half, and I'm going to finish that up real quick, and while it reduces again, come back and arrange my sweet potatoes. So now for the finishing touches on my syrup. Okay, so my sauce is reduced by half, and I'm going to be adding just about a tablespoon of butter. I add the butter, it gives the sauce a little bit of a gloss and just a little bit of richness. So just 1 tablespoon. After your butter's in, you're going to add 1½ cups of whole cranberries, and then you're just going to simmer this in the sauce until the cranberries start to burst open. It's about 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to be using just a ceramic tart pan. Any casserole or oven-safe dish will work. I like to use this, and then I just take it right to the table. I'm just going to be cutting my boiled sweet potatoes into rounds and arranging them in a fairly single layer in the dish. Okay, so once you have this arranged in your dish, you just need to pour on your sauce. If you want to prepare this in advance, you'd stop right here, cover this, put this and the finished sauce in the fridge, and then just on the day you wanted to make it, pull it out, preheat your oven to 400 degrees, pour the sauce on, and heat it until it's warm, about 20 minutes. Once your sauce is poured on, these just go in a 400-degree oven for about 20 minutes. My sweet potatoes with a maple cranberry glaze are out of the oven and ready to eat. With their festive fall colors, they make any Thanksgiving table simply good.